You know, I heard that Chuck Norris once went to the Virgin Islands. They're now just known as the Islands. You're welcome.
Didgeridoos and Chuck Norris. Welcome to the fucking party.
So what if I told you that I came across some photos and information that is slightly changing my mind into believing that time travel may actually be true?
Now, what kind of time travel are we talking about? Are we talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme time cop type shit? Are we talking Back to the Future type shit? What are we talking about?
These are valid questions.
Yeah.
Time travel, forward or backwards?
Forward, I can get behind. Backwards, not so much.
Well, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
So you're just wandering around in the past. You come across your grandmother who's just a fucking banger, I guess, and you don't know that it's her, or you do know that it's her.
That's a valid question.
I mean, if you know that's her and you put the fucking moves on your own grandmother,
wait. Okay. Oh, you mean like in Back to the Future?
Yes. You don't want to end up your own grandfather, which is fucked.
But you wouldn't be able to do that.
Exactly.
Because the rules of time travel is from the past. You can't go back.
Fucking what rules? What fucking rules? Whose fucking rules?
I'm telling you, Back to the Future.
Oh.
You can't go back into the past and change things because you completely erase history. Yeah, so you wouldn't be your own grandfather.
Paradox.
Yeah, you wouldn't be your own grandfather because you would cease to exist.
Exactly. That's the problem with backwards time travel. That's why it's not possible.
Is that why it's not possible, or is it just not physics?
Yes, that's the only reason.
No, I got numerous reasons why.
All right.
That's the only reason.
All right. So it started with this deep dive that I had, and because I'll be transparent. I also don't believe in time travel. I don't believe in the possibility of time travel. I don't believe anybody time traveled.
In the past.
Yeah. Anyway, I came across this media thing, and it was talking about how in 2008, archaeologists found this 400-year-old tomb, and it was in China, and it was all sealed up and everything, but inside they found a ring, right? But this ring is made in the shape of a Swiss watch. How is that possible?
Coincidence.
These weren't made. Ring watches were not made 400 years ago.
No, I just mean maybe it's a coincidence that the design that appears to be imprinted upon that ring just happens to look like a modern day watch.
Happens to look like it. Get out of town, Charlie Brown. Look at this.
Okay, pull up a picture of a Swiss watch and put it right next to that. Let's MacGyver this bitch. That dude's fingernails.
Look at this.
Yeah.
There's that. Mm-hmm. And then there's that. Get out of the way, that.
Yeah, see?
I don't think
resemblance. I see the two hands, and I see
the
dash marks around there.
Exactly.
But it appears to be a third hand there as well. Maybe that's the second hand, in the watch.
Here's the thing.
I don't think those are watch hands.
We didn't have watches 400 years ago. The Chinese 400 years ago didn't use time like this. So it was a ring that adjusted to size, which I think that's amazing. That's very good craftsmanship.
I don't think it is a concept of time. I think it's just a coincidence that whatever is on there
is quite faded.
Symbol. Yeah, I don't even know.
Deteriorated.
And
maybe there's a dude on there in between those two hands.
I mean, maybe. We're not saying any of all of this is true. We're not saying it's factual. We're just presenting one of the possibilities for those that believe. And then we're also going to share our skeptical view.
Okay, so here's an idea. Is that what other people are claiming? Is that this looks like a watch from the modern times, and that's why they think that there was a time traveler that went back to this, ancient China and dropped this here somehow?
I don't know.
I think that traveler went back and was like, look, this is a watch. I want you to make a ring that resembles this. So that way, 400 years from now, someone's going to find it and they're going to be like, what the fuck is this? And it's going to lead to some people having a conversation. And here we are, those people having a conversation.
Oh, no.
But yeah.
Google tells me that that's a Photoshop picture. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, Google also says
those fucking. If that's a Photoshop picture, you think they could have done better on that cuticle and that nail? Look at that.
You're not wrong. Nail. It's disgusting.
The next one. This is the 1816 painting, The Expected One by Ferdinand Waldmüller. Now, people are saying it looks like she is holding a cell phone.
It also looks like her hands don't have any fingers on them. So.
Oh, I see fingers. I think it's a Bible.
I think it's probably a book of some kind.
The other reason why I think it's a Bible is if you look at the picture, and for those that aren't who are listening to this on the podcast, if you look up the photo, in the bottom left corner is a building down by her dress down the hill. That looks like a church to me.
Man,
it looks to me like she's coming from church holding a Bible.
It does. Yes.
Yeah. Now this one. So this is part of a picture from 1937 Umberto Romano's painting. And it supposedly was to honor William Pynchon. He's the colonist who founded Springfield, Massachusetts.
What the fuck is going on in this picture?
I don't know.
What is happening here, man? Like,
supposedly,
what is that bull doing? What the fuck is that bull doing?
This because the guy in the pink is supposed to be William Pynchon, but look what's in the native's hand. People are claiming that's a cell phone.
I'm more concerned about where his other hand is going towards that white man.
Well, I cut it off. It's a log and an axe.
Oh, you don't?
It's not a white dude right there.
But can we focus? Focus.
No, look at the hairline.
Look, we're looking at the picture. I'm focusing. Fuck. Look at the guy in the background who's carrying some sort of coffin or log.
That dude, I don't know what that guy. Look at the bull. What's up with the fucking bull?
I don't know.
What is that?
I'm confused.
Why is that cow? That cow kind of looks like the laughing cow, and it looks happy, just like the laughing cow.
I guess, but if you look at the native man's hand.
Yeah,
he's holding something,
maybe,
and they're claiming it is an iPhone. Now, historians have stated that they believe the image is a hand mirror or an axe head.
Okay, yeah, both of those are far more believable than an iPhone, which definitely did not exist.
But it does look like an iPhone.
Yeah, but once again, I think people are just stretching. It looks like anything that's rectangular in nature. Could be a book, could be a box, could be a fucking mirror, could be a picture, could be anything.
Good point. Well said.
He could be looking at a tiny version of this mural.
Okay.
A tiny painting.
In this is the 1962 World Cup, and the Brazilians are lifting the trophy, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the bottom of his shorts, it looks like the guy's taking a picture on a cell phone.
What?
Look at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, but I don't see a cell phone. That looks like a old school camera flash or pop-up kind of camera kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks
likely that's
like
what it is.
Camera that's around that other dude's neck.
But what people are saying is because of the placement of where his thumb is, and there's that little white line between the top and the bottom portion, it's like a flip phone, and they believe that is. Yes. Oh yeah.
People are fucking idiots.
Well, we know this. Okay. So obviously in this
I'm familiar with this one. I've seen this one. I've even heard about this one. The dude with the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
and his
have to
sweet
admit,
fucking t-shirt.
what time period was this in? Because that wasn't, I mean, look at how everybody
That
else
dude's
is
out of
dressed.
place.
Yeah. That's what immediately grabbed my eye, is that everybody else he doesn't even have a hat on. He's got shades on.
Well, this other guy
And
don't
what is
have
that? A
hats on.
Marvel t-shirt from like Walmart?
And where was this photo taken? And in what time?
Based on the way they're dressed, I would say like 50s, 40s, maybe.
This guy definitely looks like he just stepped out of like some backwoods chemistry lab.
Maybe it was like casual attire. He was running late.
No, that's
Didn't
a
have time to
hoodie he has on under there. Or it looks like, no, maybe that's just the collar of the jacket. It looked like a hood.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. I was wrong.
Could
I
it
was out of
be?
line.
You know, like Mr. Rogers, he had that sweater. Mr. Rogers would put on a little casual sweater when he got home.
Yeah.
So that could be fashion for them.
I mean, in the graphic T-shirt that he's got on underneath the jacket, kind of says. I mean, it doesn't really fit the time period, but I don't really know how much graphic tees they had back then.
Exactly.
If any.
Also,
I'm not familiar.
it's probably not a graphic tee. Like, that's probably just a design that's on that shirt that goes all the way around.
Like
But
Charlie
because of the
Brown.
way the jacket, yeah,
Like
because of the way the
Oh,
jacket
shit.
lies,
oh,
Didn't think about
it
that.
looks. It's
Or
just a fucking design
it
on
could
a
be
shirt.
like a big giant M for like Michigan, like as in the college. People did
could
wear
be.
college t-shirts back then. So I'm just saying, that's viable. But at first glance, I'm like,
Yeah, and
oh,
them
okay.
sunglasses are wild, man. Nobody else out there got shades on.
That's
nobody
pretty
else out there's a
interesting.
welder, you know.
Yeah,
that's
this
just
is
a
true.
welder doing welder stuff.
They do got the side blockers on the sunglasses
Oh.
too, so they could. Yeah, you could be right.
Now, this is from the 1928 silent film of Charlie Chaplin. It was called The Circus. And the lady in the black hat is obviously speaking, and she's holding her hand up. I think I know what it is, but at first glance, I could see how people would think that it was her talking into a cell phone.
Oh my god.
So I
Okay.
can see, however, in full fairness, I can see how people, if they just see this still, they're going to think, oh, she's standing there. How can someone from 1928 talk on a cell phone? They don't. But what people who don't know is in 1928, hearing devices and hearing aids were very big and bulky. And the audio part, you didn't go in the ear. You had to put the hearing box up. That's what I think it actually is.
That would make sense. Yeah.
It does look like she's talking on a cell phone, though.
It's hard to tell. It's very grainy.
Yeah. So there's that one.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It took me a minute to even pick out that was a person.
What do you instantly notice in this photo? It's
the lady in white.
That's not what grabbed me, because I looked at all the men who are dressed all one way, except this one guy on the left who looks like he just finished surfing.
Got a t-shirt and some jorts on.
Those are definitely jorts.
No doubt.
His hair with long hair. They didn't wear jorts like that, which they didn't have the style of t-shirt.
Maybe that's what he chose to wear under his mining attire. You know, he didn't like the free ball. He wore shorts.
He was fashion forward, you're saying, by like 50 decades.
Yeah. He was just a rebel. He was like, I don't want to wear none of that shit.
He's like, I don't even want to be in this fucking picture anyways.
Right.
Like, why?
He does look pretty fucking pissed.
I should be making a fucking 4 cents an hour over there. And you guys drag me over here for this goddamn picture.
But yeah, so they're saying this surfer dude is evidence of time travel.
I think there's not enough information for me to look at this picture and go, time travel.
So Vladimir Putin, what they're saying about this is, if you've noticed, he didn't age.
Wait.
Ooh.
This is a person from 1920, 1941, 2015. So they're saying this is Vladimir Putin, who didn't age.
That would
Okay.
make him 104 years old as well.
Right.
Or way older than that,
they're
actually.
saying that this is time travel, they say, because as you go through these alleged wormhole warps, whatever, in space, you age slower.
I don't know. That one on the left don't even look like the same. The two on the other two, you could maybe see a little bit of resemblance, but the
I
guy on the
don't see a
left,
resemblance at all.
the guy on the left don't look anything like the other two.
Yeah.
You know,
That
yeah.
looks like a young boy.
Well, that's what they're saying. He was young in 1920. He had a shift in that whatever. He lived for a little bit, aged a little bit in 1941, then time traveled again. And in 2015, they took this photo where he has just started aging a little bit more. I'm
gonna fucking say it. Some of you people need fucking hobbies, bro, that are not this. Some of you need
Not the internet.
fucking lives, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
He's
All right.
time traveling.
Yep. Vladimir Putin just came back and got Wesley.
There
You're
he
in
is.
here now. How do we take
Now
the
you
other
are.
Wesley out of here?
How am I two?
I
There's
don't
two.
know.
Oh, time travel.
There you
Oh,
Yeah,
not
that's
anymore.
what we said. See, that's why you don't fuck with Vladimir Putin. All right. So the next one.
I think that's just a real stretch.
Pharrell Williams.
That
He does
2023
look the
picture
same.
definitely looks older.
A little,
Yeah,
but not enough.
100%.
Not enough. Look at him in 1990. Okay. I mean, that's in 30. It's barely anything. And then all of a
Bro.
sudden, drastic.
Bro. Look at this dude. Okay. You see this dude? Are you looking at the same dude I'm looking at right now?
Yes.
Are you? All right. Now I want you to look in those three boxes on the side of your screen.
Hold on,
See
Wes.
these three people?
Hold
Hold on.
on,
Let me get to my point. I
Okay,
just
go.
want to make my point. Okay. Three people over here. Six of the same dude right here, right? There's something between the three of us and the six of this dude that are not the same. And it is definitely our fucking pocketbooks. All right. Definitely our billfolds. Not matching up, not lining up. Turns out you got money, man. You can hang out in the game for a wee bit longer.
Hell yeah. Look at some pictures of Jennifer Aniston.
Look at fucking dude. Look at Morgan
She
Freeman.
looks like she's
that
still in her
motherfucker's been the same
20s.
age since I was like 4 years old, man.
You're not
It's
wrong.
like the same dude.
I've watched him age. I mean, he looks like he's ready to go. I've watched him age.
Damn. Black don't crack, okay? He ain't going nowhere.
The logical thing is that Pharrell has really good
I'm sorry.
genetics.
It's really fucking hard for me to listen to people say things like this and take them fucking seriously, bro. Like that is fucking hard. I'm sorry as fuck to those of you out there that drink this Kool-Aid and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, Pharrell is a time traveler. I'm sorry, dude. I just can't listen to your guys' bullshit. All right. I just
It
can't,
hurts.
dude.
Does it
I'm
physically
sorry.
hurt?
Thank you.
It fucking does, man. It does. Like having to listen to somebody's bullshit story that you know is bullshit from the rip right off the bat. You're like, oh, this is fucking horse shit. This is a lie. But you have to hang out through it. It fucking hurts, dude. Ugh, it's painful. I'm sorry, listener.
No, you're not.
Not sorry.
No,
Not sorry.
I'm just saying, obviously the logical thing is he has good genetics. He has a lot of money.
Fucking black don't crack, son. Black don't crack.
I was getting
what
up? Now, there are, and I don't know this to be true, and that's why I wanted to ask you, Evan. You probably know more about this, but supposedly Albert Einstein, according to his theory of relativity, like it lends towards the possibility that time travel could hypothetically be possible.
In Einstein's theory of relativity is something they refer to as closed time-like curves. And basically, they're like paths in space time that can loop back to the same point in space and time, which would lend to the possibility of being able to travel in a loop and come back at a period in the past.
Okay.
That's what
So
people are referring to if they're saying that Einstein lended, the possibility of time travel being real.
I thought it was for fools. And then I found out that there were some physicists who believe that you can travel into the future, but you can't travel in the past, or
Yes.
at least it's possible.
Yes, by a couple different means. If you were to go out in space away from the Earth in a ship that could travel near the speed of light, doesn't have to be the speed of light, but say 99.9% the speed of light, and you
Mhm.
just flew circles around the Earth. If you stayed in that ship for what you experienced as 12 months, 1 year, when you landed back on Earth, everybody else here on Earth would have experienced decades.
Oh.
We have actually verified this by, experimenting with atomic clocks aboard high-speed aircraft and satellites in space.
So how does that relate to traveling to the future then?
Because you only experienced 1 year in space. When you landed
Everybody
back
on
on
Earth
Earth, experienced
just
10
experienced
years.
yeah.
So you went 10 years in the future by traveling for 1 year.
Because the time to you here is relative in comparison.
This is blowing my mind. Okay. See, I told you I
It's
don't
simple
time
physics.
travel. No, well, apparently I don't physics.
If you only traveled at the speed of light for 1 second, think of it like this instance. 1 second, you went to the speed of light for 1 second around the Earth and then landed back down. Everybody else experienced 5 minutes. So you went 5 minutes into the future relative to the Earth in 1 second.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So if you send that twin out into space at the speed of light, send him out for a month.
Right.
Then have him fly that month back. When he gets back, it's been 5 years here on Earth, but it's only been 2 months for him. So that twin would be 5 years older than the twin that was in the spaceship.
Then people are pointing out about the Philadelphia experiment.
You really never heard of the Philadelphia experiment? I thought you were just fucking around.
Yeah, no,
I genuinely don't know what that is.
I'm sorry.
Damn, really? Oh,
yeah.
Shit. I thought you were being me there for a second.
No, I genuinely
it will
not
really
being
blow
me.
your mind. Wasn't there a movie about it too?
Yeah, fuck yeah, there's a movie and there's a book, and a bunch of those dudes ended up with some crazy ass forms of cancer.
Yeah.
Dudes that were on the boat. They made another crazy movie. It wasn't based on the Philadelphia experiment, but it was along the same lines, called The Final Countdown.
The Philadelphia experiment was, say, alleged event claimed to have been witnessed by an ex-merchant mariner or something like that. But he was at the naval shipyard in Philly. And sometime, I want to say around Halloween time in 1943, he was stationed out there. So he described seeing an experiment where the Navy attempted to make a destroyer, the USS Eldridge, disappear, and what happened right afterwards. And so he sent a book full of like handwritten notations referring to a lot of the experiments. And I will say there is military records and historical records that document that, yes, the government was doing these types of experiments. They were trying cloaking and things like that. Whether it actually happened, I highly doubt it. They're claiming that it did for 10 seconds.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
What
about you, Wes?
I don't know. I don't know if it happened or if it didn't happen. I think that, you look at the time period, it could have easily, this information could have been leaked intentionally to make it back to certain other worldly powers. that we were doing some crazy shit that you might not want to fuck with us about it.
So do you think that they were actually doing it?
I think it's possible.
Really? I don't know. Okay, well, we know that they tried. I will acknowledge that. As far as someone actually documenting that, hey, it actually happened for 10 seconds,
Like they
I think
actually
that they
made the ship invisible for 10 seconds.
that they
Yeah.
succeeded in doing it for 10 seconds.
Well,
That's
if they,
what is
why
the
would they
claim.
stop there if they got a successful, trial run out of it?
Also,
Well,
why
you
would it
said
only
that they
happen
would
for
stop.
10 seconds?
Let's say that they did succeed, okay? Or they figured it out how to do it for 10 seconds. Then why would they release out that they're doing it at all? They wouldn't.
Well, like
You know?
Wesley said, if it was to dissuade other world powers from fucking with us because we can make shit invisible.
Yeah. See,
Mm.
that's where I lean more on that experiment, is that it probably was a real project, a real
Mhm.
experiment.
Yeah, that
They
part
they
I'm
they
giving.
they probably even went into it hoping like this is a real thing, like the math works, like we can do this. And then when they discovered that they couldn't do it, they leaked that they did do it.
The other thing that has recently come out in government documents is that the Montauk Project was actually a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for those, do you know what the Montauk Project
No,
is?
no, I was gonna
Okay,
ask.
so allegedly
I mean, I might know.
it's that those secret government projects and experiments that were done at Camp Hero, was what, Montauk Air Force Station in Long Island. And so they were trying to advance mind control technology, and they studied time travel, interdimensional travel, among a whole bunch of other things. The reason why Camp Hero is significant, it was used to defend the entire East Coast for during World War II. And after the war ended, the US recruited from Nazi scientists who helped with various projects developing weapons and technology. So people who have claimed to have worked for the Montauk Project stated that those scientists were in turn allowed to do their own experiments, which we knew that the Nazis did way out there. One of the things was with human experimenting time travel. And
Interesting.
okay, so I'm not saying that they did find it, but I could see the US government making that trade-off with Nazi scientists.
Yeah, scratch my back, scratch your back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I would have made that deal. However, if I was the one doing the dealing, I would have said, how about you work on all of this stuff for me and I don't fucking kill you, Nazi? How about that? I allow you to live and you get to fucking play in my science lab. That's the deal I would have made.
Yeah, it seems like a better deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be
Like,
better. Okay. I do believe that would make far more sense. That
like
was
stop signs. Those are options.
Yes. Well, did you also know did you know that Stephen Hawkins, he sat alone at a college at the University of Cambridge, I think it was. Evan, did you hear about this? His
Probably.
experiment? Okay. So what he did was he sat there for a party, and then he sent out the invites. And the idea was that if he sent out the invites after the event took place, only time travelers would know when to come. And,
Did
of
people
course,
show up?
of course not.
Oh. All right then.
As he pointed out, he did say, the best evidence we have that time travel is not possible and never will be is that we have not been invaded by hordes of tourists from the future. That's what he took from that.
Yeah, I mean, that
Or
makes
it could have
sense.
just been, and I'm not trying to be mean here. By no means am I trying to offend. Maybe they could the invite and they were like, it's not really going to be much of a party animal. I don't know how much fun that's going to be.
I think
Stephen Hawking,
maybe
not
maybe
Hawkins.
the
Oh, sorry, Stephen
evidence
Hawking.
is
Have I been
there,
doing this
Mel.
whole thing with saying Hawkins?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay though.
Okay, I apologize.
Maybe
Yeah.
the evidence is there, Mel, that maybe the hordes of tourists from the future are here, and maybe they're in these fucking drones, man. Maybe they're in the mist. Okay.
I thought you were gonna say immigrants.
Damn, what the fuck? God damn, man, that's fucked up.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But
You
I just-
fucking should be.
Stephen
saying it wasn't.
Hawking also said that quantum effects that would allow time travel would become like so large that they would just destroy the whole region that you were time traveling in.
I don't know what that means.
Huh.
It's okay. You don't
Really?
have to know what that means.
I don't Stephen Hawking either.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. What does that mean?
Basically, was just saying that if you were able to time travel to the past, that the amount of energy that it would require would destroy the region that you were traveling in. As in, like, the Earth.
So he's saying if you time travel, it's going to destroy the Earth?
In a very, very dumbed down nutshell.
Okay.
Yes.
Did I tell you? I don't physics. I told you this, right?
It's okay.
It's not new, people.
I'm not a physicist either. I just like to read. What about, do you guys subscribe to the multiverse theory?
I can get behind the multiverse.
Okay, so if there was multiple universes, would a form of time traveling be considered if you were to jump from one universe to another and be in a period of time before when you left the first one?
I don't think that would technically be time travel, though.
But that's what some people are saying doppelgangers are also evidence of.
More evidence of the Matrix than fucking time travel.
But some people are saying that the Matrix is not too far off of the multiverse, because they're saying if you jump from one universe to like another, whatever, their time is parallel to ours, but it's slightly different.
Could be. How do we know? Has anybody ever been there?
I don't understand this whole belief in a multiverse. What do you mean?
There's actually quite a bit of evidence that lends to multiple universes.
Universe.
Oh.
Universe.
I don't believe
or
in
laid
that.
out in a grid pattern, or however the fuck you want to look at it.
No, I do not. I do not believe in that at all. I believe that there's just one.
All right. If you think there's just one, then have I got a movie for you. Jet Li, The One, Multiverse, Go.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
But it's
well, that's about the
fantasy.
fucking multiverse, bro.
No, it's fantasy.
And just look at that Jet Li. That is a Jet Li. That is the fucking Jet
Okay.
Li.
So meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Back in the multiverse,
Look,
you mean.
man, you dropped us down this rabbit hole.
Man,
But
you
see,
opened
okay.
Pandora's
I'm-
box. Okay.
So how does the multiverse then work? Do you think that it's not too far-fetched that if you jump from one universe to this alleged another universe that's parallel to ours,
I don't think you can.
that's equivalent to time travel?
No.
I think if it was possible, then it could be equivalent to time. You could be, maybe this multiverse over here, this universe over here, universe B is 100 years behind universe A that you left from.
Yeah, but that's not you time traveling, because that time isn't even relative to your fucking time. It's got nothing
Like
to do
a
with you. It's
doppelganger.
completely
But-
different
But
universe.
what if a
True.
doppelganger is one that did
Slip through the
try to
cracks.
jump, that slipped through the cracks, that tried to jump from one to another?
Well, if Time Cop teaches us anything, it's that those type of accidents do not happen. And if they do, Jean-Claude Van Damme will be there.
Yes, he will.
Well,
He'll take
Carl
care of you.
Sagan, in all fairness,
time
Carl
cop the shit out of
Sagan
you.
said that time travel into the indefinite future is consistent with the laws of nature.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you can't go
He
back.
said, yeah, he's saying you will time travel in the future is absolutely possible, but you won't be able to go back in time.
Yeah. Yeah, like
I
we
mean,
said earlier, you have the velocity based time dilation, which is when you're moving so fast that time slows down for you. You also have gravitational time dilation, such as like if you were to go visit a black hole and there's so much gravitational forces pulling on you there that the time slows down for you relative to somebody outside of the black hole. So gravity also has something to do.
Evan, did you see that they're
your black hole
doing the sequel to fucking
Don't
Interstellar?
You say it. Don't. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't like the first one.
Well, that's it. It's over.
That's because you don't
it.
science.
We're
You
done.
didn't understand it.
Fucking
That's why.
out. Are you kidding me? What a fucking fabulous movie.
Incredible.
I love the score. I will say that. We actually do have time machines on Earth. We have telescopes. You can look into the vast expanse of space, right? And so at that point, you're seeing a past universe, right?
Yes.
Am I understanding this?
Yeah,
so then if
light took so long to travel
to
here
get
for
to
us to
us.
actually see it. Yeah.
Yeah, some of those stars you're looking at aren't even stars anymore. They've been
No,
gone.
they don't exist anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So like if they're looking through like the James Webb, which is that the right one, Evan? Is that the
It's
space
one of
one?
them.
Okay.
It's one of the badass ones, yeah.
It's looking at galaxies that were literally formed at the very beginning of the Big Bang. So that would be like
yeah.
13 billion years ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
depending
insane.
on whose math you're looking at, but yeah.
It's more like a time viewing device.
Yeah, like a window.
Yeah. The fact that we have that capability now.
You don't even need it. You can just look at the night sky, you know.
But I'm saying the fact that we
Except
have
blind
that
people. Sorry, you guys can't do it.
Sucks for you.
My bad. Just I know that you know, but I want you to know that I also know. Okay.
Yeah, but they have other super senses, you know. So like Daredevil, so they, they don't have to.
Yeah. Not the sense to look at the fucking night sky. You ain't got that.
I mean, maybe they don't need it. Maybe they can hear the night sky.
Based in the fucking sky in Braille, maybe, fucking feeling around for it. I ain't dogging you if you're blind. I want you to know that. All right, I feel for you, bro. I'm just saying, the night sky, beautiful. That's all I'm saying. That makes it even sound kind of more dickish, though, doesn't it?
It kind of does. Yeah, kind of like that. Ha ha.
Not a ha ha. It's really not meant to be that. I can just do it and you can't. I'm sorry. I'm just digging a hole.
Yeah, you're just making it worse.
Fuck. Shit.
Do you know what entropy is?
No.
So entropy in for a simplified, dumbed down way is disorder.
Okay.
That's all that time really is. Time is a human-made construct. And it just means you're going from a lower point of entropy to a higher point of entropy, and you're measuring that distance between, and that's time. Yeah, I thought that might fuck your brain up.
Like, I know I'm really smart. I have these degrees that say I'm really smart, but when you break it down like that and I don't get it, I feel so dumb.
You should.
Hey man, I don't really get it either. I'm just
fucking with you, Mel. Goddamn.
He said
Ease up, man.
I heard that.
Ease the fuck up, man. It'll be all right.
I heard that. It got me in the field because I only have one, so it got me in that one. My field.
I'm surprised it made it to the field.
The chaos and disorder within the universe is always increasing. It doesn't decrease. Well, the fucking camera sucks. It's The Order of Time by Carlo Rovelli. It's a really good book that it deep dives way in there, and I couldn't even explain it to you, but I read it and it was cool and interesting.
Would you ever want to travel? travel through time?
I would go forwards. If somebody showed up to my house tomorrow and was like, bro, we figured it out. We can send you 1,000 years into the future tomorrow. We can do that. Do you want to go? Yeah, I'll go. I'll go right now. Let's go.
What about going backwards? Would you ever want to go back to the past?
Depends.
And
Can
it
I
wouldn't
come
be
back to
able-
the future?
No, you'd have to go back to that past and stay from that time. Would you do that?
Yes.
A lot more disease back then.
I'm not just going back to like the 40s or some shit. I'm going back, dude. I'm going
Like,
way the fuck back,
back.
probably.
Because remember, you know what you know.
So if I
You're
know
just
what I
traveling
know,
through
I could
time.
go back to like the year 2000 and, you know, make a large bet on the Super Bowl
Yes.
and be rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But you
that
can't
didn't
come
sound
back
too
to the
bad.
future.
No, you just have to live from that point forward.
Now, could I influence past me?
If you interact with the self from that time, you're going to influence everything from that point forward. Would
I would assume that if I went back and talked to me even 10 years ago, then me going back in time never would have happened to begin with. So I wouldn't have even been able to talk to me in the past.
Yeah, don't go too deep in that rabbit hole. Let's keep it simple, stupid. Oh, I didn't mean call you stupid. I meant kiss, KISS, you know. Let's just dumb it down for me. I didn't mean that, Wes. I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't.
I fucking felt a lot like you were talking to me.
No, I wasn't. It's
I'm
the
pretty
acronym.
sure you even looked right at me when you said it. I was talking. You said, "Listen, stupid," and you looked at me.
I am looking at a camera. I'm not looking at you.
You're looking right at me, bro. No. I'm looking at you. Look at me right now. You wouldn't be laughing if it wasn't fucking true. See,
I'm looking in a
been
camera.
Yeah. Fucking crazy eye. Huh?
So I apologize. I do apologize.
Emphasize stupid as you went like this and looked right at me. You were like, stupid. Yeah, doesn't it look like I'm looking at you right now? That's what you're fucking doing to me. Looking right at me.
And on that note, it was fun. Okay. The whole time travel thing could make sense. I just personally don't think, in terms of multiverses or the possibility of going going forwards in time. I get where you're breaking it down.
Different. Backwards, I think we'd have to do some crazy work with like negative energy and all kind of weird shit to be able to figure out how to go backwards in time. And even then you're dealing with like the paradoxes and changing of the past, and which could in turn change future events, and for people living in the present. I don't know how any of that would work. I have no idea.
How about this for craziness, right? What if I showed up on the Titanic and I knocked out the dude that screamed iceberg dead ahead? I knocked that dude out, and then they never even turned the rudder at all. They just plowed right in.
Head-on collision.
Yeah, I mean,
why would you want to kill people?
Dude, they're already gonna die. They're already dead. They already died.
Not all of them.
I'm sinking the ship a little faster is all.
Yeah,
you know?
that you are. And with that note, we'll spoke at you later.